Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypt Custodian. We are currently on the edge at this well in front of a movie theater. So let's head inside and we can talk to a little bird that looks to be the ticket taker here. And we can ask to see a movie. However, the little bird, Dagoberg, he will let us know that he can't let us watch the scary movie we requested, Ghost Slaughter 3, because he does not have the film reels required. So he'll give us a little side quest to go and find them all, and he will also give us a cinema key. So if you noticed in the past couple of videos, there were a few places we went to where the area was blocked by what looked to be some sort of a black box. We need to find those areas and use this key to unlock them, because that's where all of the film reels are going to be hidden. Now they are spread out across the map in different areas, and there are 3 of them. So the first place that we want to go is to Mira's basement. Now, if you notice, Mira's basement is on the map, it's the southwest the lower corner, and all of the rooms are purple, and there are 2 wells there. The upper well has a picture of Mira on the well circle, and then the more southern one, I can't tell what that is. My vision is not the best, but we want to take the southernmost well and travel there. And once you get there, we can go over to the right, hit that lever, jump onto the barrel, and we need to go to the left and down to this little platform here. And as we travel through this room, we continue down. This is where we fought the Gunk Goliath, which thankfully he's no longer here. And we want to turn to the left and use the boomerang dash to grab this photo, which is Mira's 3rd photo, and it also grants us the Mira's Memory Trophy. So you can take a look at what her life was like. And it looks like it was a pretty good one. Doesn't have a sad story at the end. It's actually a pretty happy one. So once you're finished looking at the photos, go into your pause menu and pull up your map. You'll see the well that we just warped to a little while ago. We want to go to the northernmost Mira's basement well, and we're going to warp there. From the well, you can travel down, and as you can see, when you hit the lever, it makes the platforms turn to where it grants easier access to different areas. We don't need to go to the right just yet. We need to go down. In this area, you can boomerang dash to the right. There is a little hole in the side walls on that main platform. And over here, we can dash to the middle platform. And from there, we can use the boomerang to hit the lever. So as you can see, I failed at my first attempt, but luckily there's just enough room to hit the lever again when the platform is parallel. So do your best to jump across and boomerang dash, or just air dash to that other platform and go north to grab disc number 7. So from here, if we go down and to the right, we will enter a room that we haven't been in before. So be very carefully dash across these crumbling blocks. Watch out for the fireballs coming at you. And when you get to the bottom, go to the left, and we will get the fireball special ability. This one is really, really good. I wish I could have gotten it earlier, honestly. I use it quite a bit during the story and even in the boss rush a little bit. So once you leave, just go to the right to leave, and we're back in the Weeping Wastes in an area we couldn't access before. You hit that lever and it will drop the gate. Boomerang dash down and take out that enemy. When you go to the left, remember we rescued a spirit there on the left. Here is where we use the theater key for the first time. It will automatically use itself, and then you can just go down into this area where there are several enemies that will grant you keys once you defeat them. So take all of these guys out and it will unlock a gate. Our little haunted helper is really helping out a lot. There was an enemy a little while ago that I took out with just one hit because the haunted helper had done so much damage. So once they're all taken out, you want to go down because that's where the gate was that unlocked. In this area, of course, there are more enemies. Do your best to take all of these guys out. Once we do that, we can go and collect that photo in peace. I'm sure you saw it just over to the right. But with all these enemies around, it's just easier to get rid of them. So here behind this tree is a photo, and it is Dagoberg's first photo. Take a look at that, and we are going to collect all of his photos by using these theater keys. Exit to the right. We're still entering rooms that we have not been in before. Follow the path of crumbling blocks up to the film reel. This is the first of 3. It even lets you know you have now collected 1 reel. How informative. So we can just travel up and leave this area and hit that switch because that will give us access to a permanent bridge. Then go over to your pause menu and we want to warp to the neon crest. And that's going to be, there are several wells in the neon crest. So we want to be the northern and easternmost neon crest well, because there are several rooms above us that we have not been able to access yet. So from the well room, exit to the right and follow the path. In this room, we can only go down. Then don't forget, the air dash will give you access to certain blocks. And over here we can use that boomerang to hit that spirit. That's spirit number 10, and it grants us the halfway there trophy for freeing 10 of the 20 spirits. So now that we've taken care of that, we're going to warp over to the Neon Crest well that is all the way to the west. This is near where we fought the astral twins. Here we're going to go over to the right. This brings us back to where we had to step on these little lights to make the house design. And we're going to go down. At this point, I am ignoring most of the enemies. Just because I'm trying to, as quickly as possible, get to these areas where we can use the keys. As you can see, you just keep going down. Eventually, you will run into that area that's locked. And when you come through, you'll see you have to use your air dash to get through this level. There are air dash bubbles and floating platforms. Just follow the path and it brings you to the left. You can take these enemies out if you wish. I'm ignoring the ones that are not already colored. Follow the path up. And then when you get in this room, you want to go up and to the left. This is going to take us to an area we haven't been to. I mean, a lot of these, since we used a key to get through, a lot of these we won't have been to before. When you bubble dash across the gap, you will get the second film reel. So bubble dash back. When we come through here, we're not going to go back down. We're going to go to the right to exit this room. And you can hit that lever and it will make this block move. Just be careful not to air dash. Wait till it gets close and then jump on it while it has color to it. There, you can air dash to make this block accessible. And as you go down, you can tell we just went in this area earlier. We made a big circle. So now as we come down here, you'll see if you get on that platform and jump to the left, there is another small platform there with disc number 8. Be sure to grab that. I'm just following the same path out that I took in. So that's where we had to use the key a little while ago. And now we're going over to the right. But it doesn't look like that's where I really want to go. So we're going back over to the left and up. And here I'm making my way to the well room because we are really close to it. And just for myself, you may feel the same way or you may think this is silly, but I can see the wells so much better whenever I use a well to fast travel. If I just pull up my map, for me, it's a lot harder to tell where I'm going. I think because the wells have clear images on them from the well. So go ahead and warp over to Sculptors Peak. There should be just one well there for now, unless you went in different areas and found other wells that I did not. We need to go to the left from the well. This annoying enemy. I don't like those big stone flower enemies. They're really annoying. I don't know if they're flowers. I mean, I can see their eyeballs, but to me they look like flowers. So just follow the path, take out these enemies if they're getting on your nerves. You can see where the lock is on the mini-map. That lock means, of course, that's an area that we cannot access yet or have not accessed yet. So make your way up to that little lock on the mini-map. And right here, we have the final area that we can use, the cinema key. So this will be a whole new set of rooms that we have not had the chance to inspect before. Follow the path up, and when you hit that lever, these are the movable bridges. They go all the way out and they slowly start retracting. So you do have to be careful when crossing over those, and you have to move really fast. There's a lot of garbage up here that you can collect. Continue on to the right. And as you can see, there are two levers. We want to try to boomerang dash at the top over to this lever here. And I do find it pretty difficult personally to line up those boomerang dashes. Find a way to get over there, hit the lever, and then go around. We find Dagoberg's second photo, which shows how he passed, and it's pretty horrible in my opinion. But you know, he seems to be lighthearted enough in the afterlife, so I guess he's okay with it. You have a permanent bridge here now. Go ahead and hit the lever again and quickly make your way across. There are 5 retracting bridges that you have to cross. There is an enemy at the bottom of this room, and there is an enemy at the top of this room. Take them both out, and then we want to go to the top right. Here we have a key, and this is one of those keys that will disappear after so long. So don't grab it just yet. Just go up, make your way over to the right. You will never make it to where you need to go doing it this way. What we need to do is hit this lever, quickly run and dash across to the key, and then dash back to unlock this gate before the bridge fully retracts. It took me a few tries. As we head down, you can see the film reel is right in the middle of this little pool. We now have all 3 reels. If we go to the left and up, there is disc number 9. Be sure to grab that before we leave the area. We now have what we need to return to the theater, but we're just picking up a couple extra things here first. This gives you a permanent bridge back to an area that we have already been to in the Sculptors Peak area. You can go back to a well, or you can just open up your map and warp. We need to go to the Weeping Wastes area, and I'm gonna go to the cat in the jar. We know we have rescued 10 spirits at this point, so we should get an upgrade point and a bunch of garbage once we return to the cat in the jar. So you can count them out. We have 10 spirits. That means we have 10 more to go, making progress. Once you're finished in there, I'm going to teleport to the edge, and we are going to go into the theater as soon as you get yourself ready for a boss fight. Here I'm going to leave everything the same, it looks like. Once you go in, speak to Dagoberg again and give him the reels that you've collected so far. And he will allow you access to the theater room. And when you walk in, get ready for a boss fight. There will be a little mini movie because, of course, the reels are not going to work. You get to see just a tiny little snippet of the movie. It does look like it would be pretty creepy. You'll see the video pauses, and that is when the boss fight starts. So we have to defeat Ghost Slaughter 3. This guy is pretty difficult. Once you get used to his moveset, he's not so bad. It's just getting used to that moveset. Here you can see I earned the Heavy Hitter trophy, and that is earned by using your special attack 100 times. So because I earned that trophy in this run with Ghost Slaughter 3, I'm actually going to die and I will have to retry. But I kept it in because this is just so happened that this is where I earned that trophy. When you get half of his health down, you'll always have this grave that pops up and it will give you different messages. I think I got like 3 different messages while fighting him. If you're paying attention to his moveset, most of what he does is pretty predictable. You just have to be very careful to avoid mostly that, though. Those slams can be pretty bad, and then the knives. As the more health you take from him, the faster he will go. So there, I died, but this time I won't die. So it gives you a little bit of a chance to see more of the moveset, and I'm going to skip that cutscene for this time. We're just going to jump right into it, and I obviously have a lot more practice this time. I also wanted to make a note. So a good while back, I earned a trophy for killing a boss without taking any damage. That trophy in particular, you may not get it during your playthrough. It's called Unscathed, but you will definitely have to get it during boss rush mode, because in order to get the platinum trophy, you have to get an S+ ranking on every single boss, and there are 12 bosses total that you have to defeat in boss rush mode. So in order to get an S+ rank, it depends on not getting hit at all and defeating that particular boss within a certain amount of time, and the time differs depending on which boss you're fighting. So do keep that in mind. Don't panic too much if you haven't gotten that one yet. You will eventually get it, and it's probably easiest to do in boss rush mode. So here, Mr. Ghost Slaughter is almost taken care of. And my little helper is actually helping. You can see if I'm not hitting him and the haunted helper is hitting him, you can watch the health meter go down. He actually does help quite a bit. Once you have defeated him, we will earn the Creature Feature Trophy, and that is for watching the entirety of Ghost Slaughter 3. I've never watched a movie quite like that. And once you're done, Dagoberg will be our 4th friend. So that's definitely a good thing. He seems like a really nice bird. Now, once you leave this room, go to the right and down. There is a little hidden room here that has a photo. It is Dagoberg's 3rd photo, and we earn Dagoberg's memory trophy for collecting all of his photos. And you can look through them and see his entire story. And once you're finished looking at those, you can leave and head back over to the well. So here, I'm going to use the well to teleport. And I'm going to Mira's basement, and I'm choosing the well that has the picture of Mira on it. From the well, I'm going to go up, which, you know, there's not a whole lot here, but there is a room we haven't explored over to the left. We do have to use the spirit split here. What you want to do is split your spirit off, and when you start to get toward the top, these creepy eyeballs will start jumping towards you. Jump back to Pluto, and all of those guys are going to fall into the water. Go up, hit that lever. If there are any left, you can try to lure them out, and when you jump back into Pluto, they will fall in the water. And then use the bridges to make your way up. And this shows you how Mira's basement is connected to Neon Crest. So hit that lever and go up. And now you have a direct connection between those two areas. We're going back down into Mira's basement. Headed for the well. And we want to continue going down. So now we used the gap to the right the last time. This time we can use the gap in the wall to the left. And you want to boomerang dash over to that platform. That lever just moves the small platform. But we don't need to use that right now. Just continue on to the left. And now we're entering a room we haven't been in before. So go ahead and use your spirit split to get to the other side and hit the lever. And then we get a permanent bridge for Pluto to use. And we head down. Again, another new room. This spirit split, we actually don't need to use this first. This will be for later. So what we want to do is hit the lever and then air dash to the platform and then use the spirit split to go and hit the lever again so that it faces the left. And we can access this other side. I am going to go back and hit the lever above because I'm standing right there thinking about it and I know I saw a lever. There, now we have permanent bridges to get to this side. Take care of the enemies in this room, but be careful because all over the place are those little fireball machines. And they're pretty brutal, like they're aggressive with trying to get us. So carefully make your way around, try not to get hit. And we want to go down, hit the lever, that opens up both of those gates, which we saw earlier, and now we are in the cellar. When you get here, we're going to run into a new cat. His name is Crouton, and apparently he likes hunting bugs. And he's looking for a gigantic storm beetle. So our next little side quest is going to be helping Crouton to find a bunch of storm beetles. If you go back up after speaking to him, you can boomerang dash over to get an upgrade point on the left. Then we'll collect the garbage piled up here on the left and the right of Crouton. And then we can head down further into the cellar. Just keep working your way down for now. You'll have to use your boomerang to hit that lever and turn the platform the other way. Jump over to the left side. And we are now in a well room. And this is where we're going to end this one. So thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying it. Please remember to hit like and subscribe so you're always notified when I come out with another video. And I can't wait to see everybody back here in the next one. So until then, Khajiit always has wares.